students, today we are going to learn about peer-reviewed journal articles and why they're important. So they're important because that someone did some research, right? And we have a journal that they are submitting their research to, and the journal article that is submitted by the researcher is reviewed by a peer that works at that or volunteers for or is associated with that journal article. So that means that there is a peer who looked at it and said, this is good research, they have quality writing, and that's what's really important when we're talking about some of these therapies and treatments that we're using in nursing or any field, right? We want to make sure that the research is there behind them. So when we ask for a peer-reviewed journal article, it's not something that you Google. You want to come to the Drexel Library to find them because we have the best information in the Drexel University Library for the most part that you will be looking for, you'll be able to find. So you're on your main page and you're going to come to Drexel University Libraries and click here. And there is a new look to our library if you haven't noticed. This is new, and you're going to see here, search the libraries. It says search for books, journal articles, and more. So we are going to click in here. And let's pretend we are looking at something about yoga and stress. So we want to find research about whether yoga affects our stress, right? So I typed in yoga and stress, two simple terms. Sometimes when you put too many words in, it's a little bit harder to find information. And then I'm going to hit search. And you can see that as I do that, over 260,000 results pops up. So that's a lot of information. It would take you days to go through them. So what you want to do to find a peer-reviewed journal article is you'll see right here where it says peer-reviewed journals. You can click this box, and down beneath here there is a green button that says submit. I believe it says apply filters. So you click on apply filters, and then you can see that it has been narrowed down to almost 50,000 results. Then what you can do is come down to creation date, click here, and then we're going to change that. We don't want to know about articles from 1801. We're going to type in 2020 to maybe 2025 and hit refine. And then you can see that that's cutting that in half. And then that gives you a little bit more information on what you can look at. So you can see now if you looked at your active filters, 2020 to 2025, and it also has peer-reviewed journals. So that gives you a little bit more information on a peer-reviewed journal in 2025 or in this more recent time frame. It's okay to have research that maybe has been done in the past, but we want research that's current. You wouldn't want your doctor to give you a medication that we researched in 1930 when we have more research on it from 2020. So that's just something to think about. So you can do, here's some biometric trends. There's effects of yoga and stress on healthy adults. If we want it to be on nursing students or college students, let's say put in college students. You can add that filter, and it will also pull that up, and then you may have to double check to make sure that your peer-reviewed journal articles come back up. So again, this is changing this result to a much shorter amount of information so that you can find something that's helpful to you. And you may have to go back and change your year on the creation date. Let's see if that changed anything. Yeah, so it went to 1901 instead of 1801. So you can go to 2020, refine, and then here again you see your years, your peer-reviewed journals, and it drops it down to 11,500. So you can keep adding things to kind of make this more and more intentional about what you are looking for. But this is a way that you will find peer-reviewed journal articles that you want to use for your classes. These are things that you're going to be using for the rest of your careers. You want to make sure that they are based on research, and especially when we're using something that is an integrative therapy or something that we're adding into a conventional therapy, we want to make sure that there's research to support its use. So here you can see that we've gone from 260,000 down to 11,000, and again you can continue to make that more and more refined if you wanted to say, first year college students or nursing college students or, physical therapy or engineers. So you just keep searching and searching, and that will help you. And you can also save a query to your favorites. It will save this for you. And then I don't know if you all know this, but you can come over and pin and add this to your pinned information. And you can also hit these little dots, and it will also give you a citation. So the citation, for some reason, are these little quotation marks. So we can click on citation. It's going to put it into APA format for you, but sometimes you may need to change this. Sometimes they make things capitalized when they shouldn't, but for the most part, it gives you the information. So, and then you can copy it. You can to a clipboard, and you can pop it into your information. So that's just a quick video on how to find a peer-reviewed scholarly article, which you should be using in your classes to support the ideas that you are sharing about your work. And again, using these little tricks with citations and with pinning things will help you to not have to search for them constantly each time you want to go in and find the information. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions, please reach out to your instructor. They will also help you, but it's just a quick video, and I wanted to make sure that we showed you what we mean by peer-reviewed journal articles and how to find them in our Drexel library, which is amazing. And also our librarians are always willing to help you. So if you need some help, you can also reach out to the librarians and they will chat with you too. So, all right, if you have any questions, reach out to your instructor. Thank you.